Hey, Lisa sharing life stories with you. This looks just as bad. I don't even got this right. Oh my God. All right. Enough of that. I don't care. I'm here to talk about things, and yeah, I'm trying to grow my hair out and it's driving me crazy. I got a lot of new wonderful subscribers on my channel, and thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you guys know my true goal. But I want to tell it. I'm saying this story in hopes this will help somebody. That's why I'm saying this story. Remember, I'm not always right. I'm no saint. But I give people my heart. And I give from my heart. And like I learned from Alicia Doherty Dozen in New York. She lives in Rochester, New York. She says her love language is to buy and do for people. Same as mine. And I think Amy's from Frickin' Frugal. Same thing. Do for people. And so I never was lucky enough to have brothers and sisters. I'm an only child. My parents spoiled me to death and did everything for me. I mean everything. My dad bought me 15, 16 cars. I can name every one of them. I've had Mustangs, Cadillacs, you name it, I've had it. I love cars. I'm a car junkie. If I won the lottery, I'd have at least 6 or 7 really good cars. Oh yeah, I'd have me an Escalade, DTS Cadillac. I'd have one of those, a bigger, older one. You know, I want full size, not the old square boxes, but the 2010 8s, 1s, 11s, those sizes. I like that big feel of a car. I really like that. But anyways, I get off the subject real easy, as you can see. Something ain't right in the tower. So anyway, something ain't clicking in the tower. Everybody's just like, shut up. Even my bosses or whatever work to like, get to the point. Get to the point. And my husband's like, damn woman, you never stop talking. And he never talks. So I guess we make the perfect couple. So anyways, I'm saying this in hopes to help somebody that's hurting out there. When I came into my husband's family, I was super excited. I really wanted to be friends with his sisters. Meant the world to me. There's 3 of them. Won't name their names, but I don't even care. They ruined the relationship. I'm still to this day open, where I did anything and everything to be a part of his family, and it just didn't work. Didn't work. And basically what happened was, when I was going out with him, he introduced me to all 3 of his sisters. His oldest sister had a party, I think, for one of her girls, and yada yada. We went there, and it was nice. And I don't know these people. It's the first time I ever met them. And I guess his sister that was right over him, which was a mean thing to do, she says like, oh, let's go to the store so she could check me out and see what kind of a person I am. See, she was kind of like street smart. I was not street smart. She wanted to see what I was all about, and I know she didn't probably really care for me, because I wasn't her bag of tea, where I was conning people and doing shit like she does. So, but I didn't know that. I was at 32 years old, I was stupid and naive to things. I still was never exposed to shit, right? My arm's really hurting. I'm trying to hold this with this arm. So, yada yada, I thought it went good, and I met everybody, blah blah blah, and I didn't know what to think of people back then. Now, if you put me in a group of people, I could pick out who's good and blah blah blah. I'm just, I grew up. It took me a long time to grow up. I lived a very sheltered life, very sheltered, beyond sheltered. So, anyways, that went good. And as time went on, I wanted to be friends with them. His one sister was marrying this guy that kind of was going to have money. He worked for a tow trucking company, a big one in the state of Michigan. Gasper Fiore, whatever. He worked for them. And he had a business he wanted to start on the side where my husband worked for him. And he screwed my husband over. We were supposed to get health insurance. I couldn't call my sister-in-law and ask her about that because she'd blow up. But she was supposed to be getting us insurance, and we never had it. And it was like, I'm sorry, you're his sister, and you are running this? Who am I supposed to call? You're running this, so that's who I'm supposed to call. And she didn't want to talk about. I'm like, well, screw you. You wouldn't want to be without health insurance. See, she was all just about herself. Very rude, very ignorant. And I remember when her boyfriend at the time, and he even said, what a witch she was to treat me like that. And that was her boyfriend. He got this big place. And I said, I'll help clean, I'll bring cleaning supplies. And I was way younger than that's 25 years ago. I'm like, I'll clean, I'll get this place clean up in no time. And, and she was mad she had to clean. She was all pissed off. I'm like, who wouldn't want their boyfriend to do better and be better? And like, I'm a ride or die kind of woman meaning that, I'm going to help whoever I'm with out, and let's make the best of this, and let's succeed, right? I'm a ride or die kind of woman. Not her. She was all acting real mean and cruel to me, like not even talking to me and stuff. And even like her boyfriend said to my husband, I apologize for your sister, blah, 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 treating Lisa that way. And, and just like, I didn't deserve that, because you're mad at your boyfriend and you have to clean up an office. Get over yourself, So, yeah, that wasn't cool at all. But there's so many more. So I let that go, and years go on. That was a catastrophe. He had the lights shut off on my husband. My husband couldn't even order car parts. They were shutting the lights off. He's trying to do mechanic work, and they're shutting the building down on him. Who does shit like that? He was, come to find out, which probably stressed his sister out, which we didn't know. He ran stuff shady, and he ripped off that guy who he worked for. You don't do shit like that. I mean, he really ripped him off. They took him to court. My sister-in-law had all kinds of problems in court, but don't take it out on us because we're innocent. We were just trying to help, and my husband was just trying to work for him and have a different kind of a job. And yeah, so to make a long story short, that part didn't work out. So, we left our separate ways. And I remember I was working at Home Depot at the time. And I could get really nice stuff for, like, I bought them all Christmas presents. Like, I remember I got one of them, the one that was kind of witchy. We call her Witch Face as a nickname. My husband does. I do, too. And got her a real nice, like, clothes drying rack. I spent like $10 on it. And it was like a $80 thing, $100 thing. And I'm thinking to myself, and then I got his other two sisters' stuff or whatever. And I was just trying to fit in and belong. And I wanted them to like their stuff. And I cared about them. I still, to this day, care about them. And I don't harbor hate in my heart. I harbor, like, why did you waste all those years? And this is part of it where I'm going to get at you, and I'm skipping around. Like that middle sister said to the oldest sister-in-law, why do you talk to your brother? That's her brother too. She was mad because we live with the mother because she's jealous. Who acts like that? No one calls his mom to see if she's dead or alive. She got hit by a car And who's helping her? Me. I make sure she got to every doctor appointment. I've took her everywhere. I make food for her. I cut her food up. I'm no saint, but show you love her. If you don't like us, who gives a flying crap? That's still your mother. Still call her. You don't have to talk to me, and you don't have to talk to your brother if you don't like us. But don't be jealous and grow up. So yeah, so that's what happened. There's so many more things. When my beautiful saint, I say, of a mother passed away, I tried to give that one sister a bunch of my ma's silver rings. My ma had more than Imelda Marcos. My ma had like 500 pairs of shoes. You know, my parents were more well off. They had stuff, okay? And so, you know, I gave her a whole display box of silver rings as peace offerings, and I never did nothing. She just used me as an escape or an excuse to hate me and her brother because she's got mental hang-ups. And I remember another time, leaving her $100 on her porch and a note saying, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, whatever I did, can we just put it aside for the family and just get along? You don't have to love me, but just act like a human when you're in front of me. And no, she continued to and I left her a big angel statue, $100 bill. And who acts like that? If somebody goes out of their way like that, why couldn't you just be civil to them? Nope, she had to continue to make trouble. When her ma had an aneurysm in her stomach and in a major life or death surgery, she had to make trouble. My dad just had passed away 5 months in or something, 5 or 6 months. She had to make all kinds of trouble. She wouldn't come in the hospital because me and her brother were there. Who does that? It makes all kinds of trouble. We cried. We went home. I was still at my dad's house or something then in the process of selling it, and we were so upset, me and her brother. We were crying. You don't do that to people. You don't do that. Especially, I just lost my father. You no good, you know what. You don't do that. I just lost my father. Your mother's having life or death surgery, and you can't be an adult enough to be in a room with me? I never did shit to you. It's you. You got a lunatic tendency. Get help. Seek help. You know? So, yeah, that's where I'm going at, where people who blame other people who've never done nothing to them. I never did nothing to this woman, but other than write her a couple letters saying that I'm sorry for what I don't know what for. Let's be grown adults and let's just get along for the sake of our family. So basically, our whole life, she tore a rift with our whole family. Like when we would go see the oldest sister-in-law, she wouldn't be there. You know, or if she knew we were coming and she was there, she'd leave. All she did was cause problems because she was so insecure, no self-worth as a woman. And then I later come to find out the oldest sister-in-law talked shit behind my back. My husband was always the mechanic for her and her family, gave them hundreds and thousands of dollars discounted on their cars. And that's well and fine. And I still love them. I still to this day love them, but own up to what you did. And basically, they invited us after my dad passed away. I didn't ask to come there for like Thanksgiving or something. Yeah, it was Thanksgiving. And it was the first time my husband was going to go somewhere and not be a mechanic on the holidays. I always got left alone, sitting by myself, because my husband would be working on 3 and 4 people's cars. Well, everybody's drinking and laughing and having a good time. My husband's working on all your shit, right? So he actually ate one time, and I guess she got a free ham, and she got mad that somehow a portion of it didn't get home to her mother. And I'm thinking, do you know how much money I spent over there? I spent hundreds of dollars. When my dad passed away, no one dies, they passed away. My dad passed away 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 10 years. Can't believe it's been 10 years you've been gone, Dad. Well, think 10 years ago. You know what you could get for your money 10 years ago. I spent $250 on Chinese food. I was giving their cats big shrimp like that because I love animals to make sure that they were okay. So I fed everybody in the family. She was having a hard time then, and I feel for her. I'm not knocking nobody. You know, that's the time in my life where I had more money. Now it's a time in life where I don't have much. And I brought all kinds of cups, plates, and stuff, and left everything behind so they could use it, and because they had 3 kids, and I had all kinds of extra pop I left with them. I left them all the Chinese food. They could eat 3 or 4 days for what I bought. See, when I buy big, that's the Polish in me. I don't know. That's just how when I invite somebody over to eat, I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna feed you to death. And I'm going to make sure you're happy and comfortable. That's just how I roll. That's how I am. Like if somebody comes to our house and does something, I give them pop. I offer them snacks. Do you want this? Do you want that? Blah, blah, blah. And then for her to say, and I seen it because I was sitting next to his ma, so she can't wiggle out of this something. Oh, Lisa ate all the ham. I didn't even eat all the ham. It was her brother. But you know what? Don't you think after 5, 6, 8 holidays go by, your brother deserved to eat something? Well, all he ever did every holiday, everything at your house was work on your cars and trucks. Don't you think? And he saved you thousands of dollars with your wrecks. That he deserved to eat something one time? That he maybe ate more than he should have, but you got a free ham. Wasn't like you spent money on it, and you invited us over. So I found out she was talking shit behind my back too. So, you know, I just don't need all that drama for your mama anymore. Hey, I still love them in a weird, quirky way. I love his oldest sister, his middle sister, and his youngest sister. I love them all, but I guess I gotta love them from a distance because they're very insecure women, and this is the truth, and this is a fact, and they have hurt me and my husband too many times, and you don't do that to people you love. And we never did shit like that. We would go over there sometimes at a point in time when I started becoming broke, we didn't even know if we had enough gas to get home. But we made it happen so my husband could go out there and fix their cars and shit. And we were taking a chance, you know? We were riding on the wind. We were riding on fumes to get out there and do some good and do some for others, you know? But yeah, so I'm saying this story because everybody has gone through something like this or is going through something like this. And I understand. If any of you want to talk about it, I'm clean. I took 2 showers yesterday night. So I just, my head's so dry from this weather. But I am clean. I'm always clean. I pride myself in being clean. But like I said, if anybody wants to come and talk to me or want to vent, I'm here for you. I am here for you. I love you guys. I believe in you guys. I believe in this channel for what it stands for. I want it to stand out than all the other channels where I'm showing I'm doing good for people on a daily basis. And I'm going to slip stuff in there, dumpster diving and cooking for you guys and showing you some things I like too. But I just wanted to say none of us suffer alone. We feel like we suffer alone, but we all go through the same crap, you know? So this day, we don't really talk to all 3 of them, and they don't get it. Life is the word fleeting. It's very short. They're going to be very sorry one day that they let all this time go between me and their brother. And all I ever wanted to do from the get-go, still do, just want to be friends with them and not have them stab me in the back. That's all. Just be friends with them and just act like a normal human. That's all I ever wanted from his 3 sisters. I'm like, wow, 3 women that can be my sisters that I don't have, and I can rely on them. And I could never, they just don't. They can't even get along, the 3 of them themselves. All they do is fight. They don't answer the phone for each other. It's really bad. It's really sad. It's really sad. Their whole motto of their whole life is, you don't call me, I'm not going to call you, you did this to me. Come on. Life is so short. But I just can't put myself in that middle of that drama no more. Sometimes that's where I'm trying to show you guys. You have to stand back and protect yourself. You can still love, but you got to stand back and protect yourself, because some people will drag you down into the gutter of complete garbage and throw you away. But this is Lisa sharing life stories with you. If anybody else has got a similar story, tell me. I would love to hear about it. I'm sure our 540 people will love to hear about it too. Hey, we really, and I'm trying to calm down with swearing, but we are in all this shit together. We all experience the same things, different times, and life is hard. Life is not easy. That's why I'm making this channel, because it is hard. It gets complicated, and it gets heartbreaking, and there's great moments too. But if anybody else has experienced anything similar to this, let me know about it. I'm here for you. If you want to tell the whole audience, fine. If you just want to tell me by myself, let me know and I'll give you my phone number. It's fine. Either way, you guys have a great day. Lisa sharing life stories with you. Don't be strangers. Talk to me. Interact. Love you guys. Spread my channel out there. Get me to 100,000. I'm dependent on you guys. Amen. Bye.